Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kwakadash, Brakatham. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that were well, and a salute and a shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring and pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. Hopefully you all can see me and hear me. Right? The title of this live stream is Love Your Neighbor. Kind of says what? Kind of says love thy neighbor as thyself. All this, yeah. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Right? So love thy neighbor as thyself. Right? Because when you love your neighbor as yourself, you won't transgress against your neighbor. Right? And then we're honest to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. All right? Now, let's get this. This is Matthew 22 and Matthew 22 and 37. It says, Yahweh shall say unto him, Thou shalt love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first commandment, right? And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets, right? Why? Well, hold on real quick. See if I could see if it shows up. It may show up, it may not. Trying to make sure everything is going good. Okay. Okay, YouTube. All right. Okay. All right. So, right. Now, what does it say in all right, this is it says Leviticus 19 and 18, but I'll start at 17. It says, Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Right? Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh. Right? So love your neighbor as yourself, right? So that means what? Right? You're supposed to look, or you're supposed to look. You're supposed to look at your brother as you're looking at yourself, right? Now, if you're going off, you would want someone to rebuke you, man. Okay. So if you see if you see your brother going off or your brother slipping, man, you're supposed to rebuke. You are supposed to rebuke him, man. I'm gonna say, bro, calm down, man. Right? Or, bro, you going off, man. Right? So rebuke your neighbor, man. Right? Right? Plus, if you love your neighbor as yourself, you would do this. Well, yeah. If you love your neighbor as yourself, you would not do this. Hold on. It's like Exodus 20. Exodus 20 and 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 I'll start at 13. It says, Thou shalt not kill, right? Meaning murder, right? If you love your neighbor as yourself, if you love your brother, you wouldn't murder him, right? says, thou shalt not commit adultery. If you love your brother, if you love your neighbor, you would not, right? You would not commit adultery with his wife. Okay? Thou shalt not steal. If you love your neighbor, if you love your brother, you will not steal from him. Okay? It says, thou shalt, verse 16, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, right? And your neighbor is your brother. Okay? So if you love your brother, you would not bear false witness against them, man. Now, do Israel love us here at Great Millstone? They hate us, man. They hate us. That's why they're constantly doing what, man? They're constantly bearing false witness against us, man. Okay? They're calling us rapists and all this, man, and pedophiles and all this. Really? So, but they claim they love us, though. No, you don't. Don't, bro. No, you don't, man. Because you're slandering our name, man. Right? Now, we've never, ever, man, we've never, ever bore false witness against any of you other camps, man. Period, man. We never said nothing against you, man. Right? What to say? Okay. Con. All right. Con says, verse 17, it says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, thou shalt not, Con says, thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Right? So if you love your neighbor as yourself, meaning your brother, you would you would not desire to have his his house, right? You would not desire to have his wife or his servants, man, or anything that belongs to him. You would not desire. You would not desire. So like you would not desire to have that, man, because that's his. That's not yours, man. That's his. Okay. Let's get this. Exodus 20. Right. Exodus 20. And what is it? Yeah. Exodus 20 and come on, man. This is ridiculous, man. This is taking too long. Golly, man. Come on. I don't have time for this, man. Exodus 20 and 17. Let's see if it hurries up. Oh my God, man. This is ridiculous. Let's get it on Google instead. If it will hurry up. What's going on with this, man? What's going on with this? Oh my Lord, man. Are you serious? Oh my God, man. Oh, let's get this, man. I'll use this instead because this is ridiculous. Exodus 20 and 17. Right? Let's get that with the Strong's. Covet. Okay, covet is chamad. All right. It says to delight in beauty, greatly beloved, covet, delectable thing, delight, desire, goodly lust, goodly lust. Right. So you would not lust after your neighbor's belongings, man. Right. You would not lust after that. That's your neighbor's, man. Okay? But Jake does what though, man? Jake is quick to bear false witness though against us. Hold on real quick. Um, let's get Matthew 22 and 40, right? Okay. Okay, this is Romans 13 and 9 to 10. It says, "For this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill toward his neighbor." That God says, therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. How is love the fulfilling of the law? Of the law, man. You would not kill your brother. You would not murder him. You would not bear false witness against him, right? You would not covet what he has, man. You would not commit adultery with his wife. You would not do that. Okay? You would not slander his name, man. Just because you have an issue with him. All right? Once again, this is Galatians 4 and 15. It says, "For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." All right? Let's get this real quick. All right? It says, this is James 2 and 8. 2:11, it says, "If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. But if ye have respect," it says, but if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin and convinced, and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Mm. All right, man. Now, to have a respect to persons, you're basically showing favor, man, to people, man. Okay. Now, Jake and these other camps, right? Right, they they have respect to persons when it comes to these other Israelite camps, right? But when it comes to us here at Great Millstone, we're hated, right? With us, there's no respect to persons, right? Because when these other camps they come up against us, man, there's no respect to persons, man. They 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 go off on all of us, man. But when it comes to these other camps, though, they're loved. They don't get rebuked. They don't get cursed out. So that's showing what, man? A respect of persons, man. When you're not supposed to have a respect of persons, man. Jake, if someone is going to fuck off, you're supposed to rebuke them, man. It doesn't matter if you like them or not, right, Jake? Because your feelings don't mean shit, man. If you see someone going to fuck off, rebuke them, man. Stop being a punk, man, and rebuke them. This is Matthew, like Leviticus 19 and 18. It says, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt, says, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." Right? Now, some years ago, something was done against me by Alizé by Alizé of Sakori, man. But was I mad? No, no, man, I wasn't. Did he repent for it? Probably not. Okay, but that was done to me unjustly, man. He didn't have no business. He didn't have no business doing. He didn't have no business do. He didn't have no business doing that, man. That's when I first and that was when I first came in. Um, like man, but Jake is always man. But Jake is always tending to the flesh, man. Jake don't ever tend to the spirit, man. Right? Because this is it. This is says let's get this. This is Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Right? We are under what, man? Grace, right? Now, the grace period will basically run out real soon. Okay? It says, now the works of the flesh are these. Comes like it says, the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred. Right? And these other counts, they have hatred for us. Right? It says, wrath, strife, seditions, and heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, that I have told you in time past. They which do such things should not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Right? It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Okay? Now us here, we are constantly walking in the spirit, man. We don't let our emotions cloud our judgment, man. Okay? Jake, if you don't like Jake, if you don't like what you are hearing, man, then just leave, man. All right, Jake? Just because you hear something that you don't like, that don't mean that you should just go on a that you should just throw a temper tantrum and just start acting a complete ass. Okay? And just and start calling brothers whatever you want, man. You can't do that, man. Let's get this on real quick. Hold on real quick, man. Let's get the word rebuke real quick. All right. And I'm just going to different I'm just speaking on different topics. That's all I'm doing. All right. This is Proverbs 9:8. It says, "Reprove not a scorner." Comes like it. It says, "Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee." Right now, these a lot of these guys in these other camps, they are scorners. So when they get a rebuked, they get upset, man. They get mad. What you mad about? What you mad about, man? We're not the ones that's rebuking you, man. Right? Yahweh Bashem Shah is rebuking you through us, man. Okay? Jake, this ain't personal, Jake. This ain't personal, man. This is the business of Yahweh Bashem Shah. Okay? All right, man. And Jake, and no one cares how you feel, man. If you were going off in the doctrine, you're going off, man. You're gonna get rebuked, whether you like it or not. This is Proverbs 13:1. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. Right? So a scorner don't hear rebuke, man. Okay? A scorner believes that you hate him because you're getting on him, because you're rebuking him. If you're going off, man, you're going off. That's just what it is. Right? Because it say what in hold on, man. It say what in hold on, what's that? Second Timothy. Second Timothy 3:16. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, and is profitable for doctrine and for says for reproof. It's like for reproof, for correction and instruction in righteousness, right? It says, this is Hebrews 4:12. It says, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow. It is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Right, man? So this word is quick, man. It is sharp. It is powerful, man. Right? It cuts to the soul, man. And that's why when Jake gets cut, Jake gets mad, man. And Jake wants to fight. Jake wants to fight, man. Right? So when Jake gets rebuked, Jake wants to fight. Jake throws a fit, and then Jake goes on to what? To start slandering you, man, because he's hurt, because he got rebuked. Jake, if you don't like to be rebuked, then you ain't gonna make it, man. You are not, Jake. If you don't like Jake, if you don't like being rebuked, man, you're not gonna make it. Okay, Jake, and you can wear all of these lavish garments and all that, man. That don't mean you're gonna make it, man. That don't mean you ain't gonna make it, Jake. So like Jake, that don't mean that you are gonna make it, man. Okay? Right? Because Jake, the wicked Sadducees and Pharisees, man, they made sure they look good on the outside, right? But they rejected the inside, man. Meaning they didn't get themselves right, man. Since they didn't get themselves right, they were what, man? Called hypocrites. Real quick, hypocrites. This is Matthew. Let's see. Matthew 25. Sorry, Matthew 23 and 25. It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within are full of extortion and excess." Okay? Verse 27. "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto the whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness." Right? And that's how these other camps are, man. Such as IUIC, man. Okay? They are some big hypocrites, man. Especially Nate. Okay? Because they wear these fancy garments and all that, man. Right? Now those fancy garments, they clean. All right? They nice. But Jake, what about your inside, man? Jake, what about your heart, man? What about your mind? What about your heart, man? Jake, before Jake, before you want to look good on the outside, Jake, make sure you are good on the inside, man. Check your spirit, man. Okay? Don't be so quick to act a fool because you got rebuked, man, because you were being a hypocrite. When you shouldn't be a hypocrite anyway, man. Right, Jake? Like they say in the world, man. Practice what you preach. Okay? All right, man. So with that, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash Bakatham. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that rule well, and a salute and a shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring and pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. With that, I say shalom. I know the lesson was all over the place, but hey, man, that's the spirit though. So with that, I say shalom. Hopefully, you brothers and you few sisters were edified. So with that, I say shalom.